Tom Elliott, one of the creators of the Eternal Coven and founder of Immortal Films Canada. And this is We Are the Immortals. First look at the Barnes residence where the first scenes will take place. Frank's gonna do some pretty crazy stuff in this house. He's a bad guy. But you'll all get to see that.
Alright, so tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I was born and raised right here in Winnipeg. Spent most of my growing years in Transcona, but always kind of had an interest in filmmaking and the behind the scenes of it. However, really didn't the last push to kind of get me into the industry only just happened recently. But yeah, I've got a love for creating these stories, and that's I'm a pretty simple guy.
And what can you tell us about the project without giving away too much, obviously?
Well, you're gonna see some vampires. You're gonna see some witches. You're gonna see a whole lot of humans. You're gonna get to see some sad things go down. But really, it's a story about a family going through some really hard times. And showing that a family that sticks together can pull through anything, and the love of a mother and a daughter pulls them through some pretty dark times.
I understand there's quite a buzz already from fans waiting for the project. How does that make you feel?
That's a humbling experience. Right as it sits, I'm watching our Facebook and our Twitter account, even our Instagram feed. It's amazing. There's people from all over that are really excited. Can't wait for the first episode to get aired, and we'll be posting regular updates. So stay tuned. But yeah, the buzz right now, it's phenomenal, and we can't wait to actually get this project started and really show you what we have in the works. It's really exciting.
Who do you feel is your biggest influence for this project?
Oh, biggest influence. And I know people out there are going to say these are polar opposites, but a little bit of Quentin Tarantino. I like where you really can't, you have to expect the unexpected with his projects. And so George Lucas, I found inspirational. Both those two guys are brilliant. And they've done some amazing things, and I think that's inspired me to reach, if that can be done, obviously with billion-dollar budgets, but if that can be done, I can reach for the sky, and anything's possible. So yeah, those are the two influences or inspirations I got for doing this project.
And have you always wanted to create a TV show, or is this a fairly new aspiration?
I think that the want to create a TV show is, I think that's only over the course of the last 2 years, creating this show. Initially, the idea was to create it as a web series, but no, at the beginning I didn't think, I thought at some point maybe I'd write a book, but it never in 1,000 years came. 5 years ago, if you would have came to me and said, hey, you're gonna write this huge script and you're gonna get all these people involved and it's going to turn into a TV show, I wouldn't have believed you. It's like, but yeah, last couple of years has been a huge change, and lots of the creativity never stops. It's always going.
And what do you feel is your biggest challenge with bringing this project to light?
Well, with this being our first project, I think the biggest thing, and I always knew that it was a huge part of this industry, was the financing. I knew that in order to get it off the ground, we have to get some kind of investment or some kind of grant in place. I think that's the biggest hurdle so far, is just getting that initial deposit in, that initial investment in. That's the biggest. Crowdfunding, understanding the crowdfunding, making that as make that work as best as it could for us. That's been a challenge. Just the whole financial side of it, I think, has been a huge learning curve, and I think that's what's right now. That's once that's in place, we're ready to go. But that's one of the hurdles that we're jumping right now.
And what are you looking forward to most about the Immortal Coven? Sorry, Eternal Coven.
Looking forward to most. I'm really looking forward to the end of the first episode. We got some big surprises in episode 2. I'm really looking forward to that. I'm writing for the second season already. There's some big things happening in season 2. I'm really looking forward to some things happening in there, some surprises I've got in the works already for that. But I think the most, if I had to pick one thing that I'm looking forward to the most, is, it's film day. Day 1. When we're all at Winnipeg Beach, and when we're here at the Barnes residence, filming those first few scenes. Really looking forward to having everything in place and actually seeing our story come to life through a lot of talented people. I think, I'm going to say that. I'm looking forward to day 1 of filming. And then episode 2, some crazy stuff. That's it. That's what I got. That's me. Tune in for the next episode of We Are the Immortals. See you later. Peace. Check out our website and our Facebook page at Immortal Films CA. Check us out on Twitter. Email us. Our email address is below. Email us any questions that you want us to ask our actors. We'll ask them anything you want. Stay tuned.